Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Ocean City High School, Carey Stadium in Ocean City, New Jersey, a wonderful venue for high school football here on the Friday of Labor Day weekend. It's becoming a tradition here, the fourth year, battling at the beach between LaSalle and Malvern Prep. Welcome inside the broadcast booth. My name is Bob Long, alongside me, Oliver Gomez. And Oliver, this is a terrific matchup for many years now. This feels like it could be the best iteration of the games that we've seen. We're talking about talent on the defensive side of the ball for Malvern Prep, a reshaped offense for LaSalle. What are your thoughts on this one?
Oh yeah, 100%. A big test in week one last week against Harrisburg for LaSalle. They put up 45 points against a really talented Harrisburg defense, and they have another good defense up with this Malvern Prep team. Their defensive line is outstanding. The offensive line for LaSalle was going to be a little bit of a question this year. Guys like Seamus Pinkerton coming in, having his first reps at the center position, but last year it all worked pretty well. The offensive line held it down. The receiving core was good. Gavin Sidwar was good, and the defense held Harrisburg to 7 points against two of the best running backs in the state. So a lot to look forward to tonight.
Lots to look forward to. We will preview it all when we come back here on Bob Long Sports. Kickoff is next.
Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation. Continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important. solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car.
The must-see matches. He's gone! The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. Create unforgettable moments that fans won't want to miss. Keep the food and drinks flowing with watch parties that will bring customers in the door and expand dwell time. And watch as these visitors turn into loyal customers with exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers. In over 10,000 bars, restaurants, and cinemas across America, and customizable packages for every type of venue. Make your business the place for the next must-see event. Because if fans can't make it to the stadium or arena, your venue is the next best place.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage, dedicated to getting it done.
Welcome to LaSalle. I'm Brother James, the school's president since 2012, and I am so happy you're taking some time to explore all the opportunities LaSalle offers to a young man beginning his high school career. But first, I wanted to share with you some history. LaSalle College High School is named after John Baptiste de LaSalle, who was born in Reims, France in 1651. In de LaSalle's day, education was largely for the sons of the upper class and delivered in Latin. De LaSalle saw the impracticality of this approach for meeting the needs of many of the working class children, so he pioneered both education in French, the vernacular language, and teaching many boys simultaneously. Thus, the modern classroom was born. To receive those benefits, the students in de LaSalle's Christian schools required teachers. These men became the first brothers. When they came to Philadelphia in the 1850s, the brothers of the Christian schools found Irish and German immigrant families living in conditions not very different from those de LaSalle encountered with his students. Beginning with primary school education, the school that became LaSalle College High School started in West Kensington in 1858, moving 3 times before coming to this beautiful Wynmore campus in 1960. The founding LaSallian vision had community at its core, believing that students should behave as brothers to one another and that the teachers function best like older brothers and sisters to the students in our care. Yet the LaSallian story is also one of unceasing innovation, a commitment to respond to the needs of the present with the same creativity that got it all started in 1680. We clearly face some daunting challenges today, just as we did 340 years ago when the LaSalle schools began. As you continue to explore all this school has to offer, I think you will find us uniquely prepared to help you meet such challenges to thrive.
We welcome you back inside Carey Stadium here in Ocean City, New Jersey. Ocean City High School, a terrific venue for high school football on a Friday.
You weren't going to be happy till you got that out of there.
In Labor Day. Bob Long, Oliver Gomez, And Keith Binsfeld, the man from the Binsfeld lending team, longtime sponsor of Bob Long Sports, and now pitching in, helping with some color commentary and camera work. Great to have you both. Keith, welcome to the broadcast booth for the first time.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Oliver Gomez, we had your thoughts when we first came on air. LaSalle will get the football first. What will be the key, as you see right there, on a very windy evening tonight?
Yeah, it's judging the wind. You can hear it in the microphones. You can see it as the ball falls over. It's going to be through kickoffs, through using the ball in the air, and LaSalle did a lot of that in their game against Harrisburg. They only went under center a handful of times, a lot of pass plays, a lot of play action. So they need to judge the wind. They need to use it as we get started.
A knifing kick through the wind on one hop, picked up by Jimmy Dolan. Jimmy Dolan carves his way through past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now we'll meet this LaSalle offense. Led across the line by 6'8", 255, Grayson McHugh, a young man who moved from defensive end to tackle this year. Chris Berneski, Seamus Pinkerton, Andrew Sorge, Jacob Jackson, your starting 5 across the line. Gavin Sidwar, the Rutgers commit, will start at quarterback. Brian Christie, a senior fullback. Des Ortiz, the lead tailback for the Explorers, with J.P. Oates at the tight end position. Julian McFadden and Joey O'Brien, the starting receivers. LaSalle in those gold helmets with the navy blue tops and bottoms. That's Sidwar, number 7, in the shotgun. Des Ortiz, the lone tailback. Ortiz with a really nice cut on first down. He's wrapped up after a gain of 5. In there on the stop for Malvern Prep is number 4, Ian Files. Let's meet the defense for the Friars of Malvern Prep. 3 Power 5 defensive linemen. Not often that you see that in high school football. Jackson Ford, a junior, came to Malvern from Phoenixville last year. He's already got a Michigan offer. Penn State's hot on his tail, and many more. Cam Brickle came to Malvern as a freshman, came back from California just last year, played his sophomore season out there, and he looked to jump there, got back on side, but he was wanted by just about anybody and everybody across the country. Bernard Blakey, a Cincinnati offer at the right end position. Right up the middle, nowhere to go for Des Ortiz on the second down run. They're going to give him 1. It'll be third down and a short 3, Oliver.
Yeah, a lot of, see 2 straight run plays to start off the game. Last week it was all in the air for their first drive. We'll see what they come up with here. It's a big play to start off the game.
They need to get to about the 34-yard line, just past the 33 for a first down. Now they bring Christie, the fullback, in, flanking Sidwar to his right. Sidwar rolls and fires to the sideline. O'Brien stretches the football. All depends on the spot. It's a good one if you're an Explorer fan. First down for LaSalle.
The connection between these two have been fantastic, both coming in the junior class last week. Incredible showing. And he's just an athletic player, as Sidwar, able to escape the pocket, find Joey O'Brien.
They're going to bring another receiver out here now, Oliver. Out comes Brian Christie, the fullback. In comes Jimmy Dolan. You'll see Dolan and Swanson flipping in and out when they go into a 10 personnel, as they do right here. Sidwar, quick drop, scans and hits Des Ortiz in the flat. We know he can catch the ball out of the backfield. Had a huge play in last week's game against Harrisburg, 4th and 17. Caught a ball in the flat and took it to the house. That time, about 8 yards on first down.
Just another layer of this offense that was so tough to pick apart last week. Sidwar's in trouble. He doesn't know where to go. He finds Ortiz. It's an easy completion, but he's able to create a big gain out of a play that can seem like nothing's going to happen with it.
Second down and 2. I formation. Play action fake. They're sending folks down the field. It's O'Brien. Touchdown. Sidwar to O'Brien. 58 yards. A big time throw and catch.
Why not take a shot on 2nd and 2? Some passive offense to start off the drive. You have a short ways to go for another first down. Why not throw it to your best receiver? For 6, another touchdown. 3 in 2 weeks for Joey O'Brien.
O'Brien picked up an Alabama offer just a few weeks ago. His recruiting prowess has gone through the roof in recent weeks. A flag blows this one dead before the snap. So after the false start, they'll do it again. By the way, I recognize now it was 0-0, now 6-0. We had some old teams on this score bug, so we'll get that corrected. But LaSalle 6, Malvern Prep 0 in a game that 2 of the last 3 years, the winning team did not get to 14 points.
And with 9 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter, the score LaSalle 7, Malvern
7-0 LaSalle leads over Malvern Prep. A really good start for this Explorer team. And Oliver, now an opportunity to see what this LaSalle defense can do. We'll learn a little bit more about Malvern's offense when they come onto the field. But for me, you think about 2 things. It is the return of Skylar Smith, the two-way quarterback. He can do both extremely well, throw the ball, run the ball. And the reigning MVP of the Interac, Andrew Pellicciata, is back at the wide receiver position. They'll replace a lot on the line, but Malvern, a very proud program, physical. We'll see a really talented offensive line even on that turnover at the position this year.
Yeah, we saw neither team getting to 14 points last year. I don't think that's going to be the case this year with a couple of really talented offenses, but
this is Hatfield for LaSalle to kick it deep. Returned from about the 5-yard line, full head of steam, and out to about the 25-yard line. Give him one more to the 26. Let's meet the rest of that offensive line from Malvern Prep. Bryce Willie, the left tackle, his first start. He'll be a guy that will likely play as an FCS or group of 5 type player, has some serious potential in his frame, 6'3", 265 as a junior. Brian, the Bus Johnson, a sophomore at 5'10", 265. Orazio Nastis, the only returning starter, he'll play center. Anthony Addis at right guard, and Luke O'Hare, a defensive tackle by trade. He'll play both ways here today at the right tackle position. An empty backfield for Skylar Smith. This is Pellicciata in motion. Smith, deflected ball, nearly intercepted. LaSalle had 2 men in the area. Justin Hawkins was closest to it after the deflection. One more look, and that's Dylan Clare getting the first hand on it over the middle. LaSalle, Oliver drops into that zone defense and read it very well.
Dylan Clare had a big week last week as well. A couple sacks, a forced fumble, making a play early. Start off this game.
Malvern in the white uniforms here today. Pellicciata. This time Smith fakes the give. Smith takes off, and Smith gets right near that line to gain. Perhaps a half-yard short on a 9.5-yard run up the middle. And Oliver, that's a pull there. So that is a run-pass option. And what Smith is doing there is he's reading the eyes of the defensive end that's left unblocked. And whatever decision that defensive end makes, he has to read it. In this case, the defensive end committed to Pellicciata coming in across the line of scrimmage on a jet sweep and took it himself. Big early 3rd and 1. Didn't get it initially. Got right to the line to gain, and it will depend on the spot. Let's get one more look. Early indication is 4th down and a half a yard. Early decision for the head man from Malvern Prep, Dave Guerrera, who's won the last 2 matchups in this rivalry and went 9-1 en route to an Interac championship last year. Opportunity, Oliver, to do a couple of things. Hard count, see if you can get LaSalle to jump, or do you trust the offense and the new offensive line on their first start of the year? 4th and a half a yard. They do snap it. And he reached it across the line for the first down, handing it off to the fullback. Big early play in this contest.
A dive play. LaSalle has the momentum with a big touchdown coming early. Didn't want to let themselves go 3 and out. So they take a gamble.
And that's the middle linebacker, Jake Bauer. And when he pops somebody particularly hard on the defensive side of the ball, Oliver, they call it a Bauer outage. Well, we're going to turn that on to the offensive side of the football. Maybe a Bauer surge there across the line for first down. Bauer again now in motion, and that was movement up front. Came from the right-hand side of the line. It looks like the guard position. Back him up 5 yards. Malvern Prep, we talked about their 9-1 record last year. It's a program that was just about, well, 1 quarter, 2 plays away from being undefeated, and that was a late loss to Imhotep in the regular season. You know how good Imhotep was last year. Blew everyone out en route to a state championship. Now a direct snap to Pellicciata, got all of that yardage back, right back to the original line of scrimmage, a gain of 5 on 1st and 15. And when I say that Imhotep blew everybody out en route to the state championship, I do mean when they got to the state bracket, because another tough game for that Panthers team was when they took on fellow Philadelphia Catholic League foe to LaSalle. Program named Roman Catholic that is now probably the front runner in 5A this year, with Imhotep moving up to the 6A level. But Malvern and Imhotep, one of the great games of the year last year, and the Friars' only loss. 2nd and about 10, slinging it out wide, tipped ball. It falls to the turf. Julian McFadden, who will play both ways, a spectacular wide receiver, also a lockdown corner when asked.
McFadden, a couple big catches last week. His first impact on defense comes at a big time. It's a 3rd and long. Got to pick up at least 10 here if you want to think about trying for another 4th down play.
P.J. Holmes, the wide receiver near us. Luke Hardy comes into the slot. And they're going to give it to Andrew Pellicciata, getting downhill. Needs to get to the 48, and he has it. An 11.5-yard gain on 3rd and 11. Moves the sticks for Malvern Prep. Two early huge plays for the Friars. LaSalle defense making it difficult through the air thus far. A couple of tipped balls on just a few passing attempts by Skylar Smith. But able to knife through that defense early on. So much speed, getting to the boundary, a challenge for any defense that Malvern plays this year. That's Zeke Bates that Smith faked it to and then dove forward for a gain of 4 yards. Friars will live with that all day long. 4 yards and a cloud of old tire pebble parts here on the wonderful turfed field of Ocean City High School.
Just an explosive backfield right now with Smith and Pellicciata. Most of their big gains here, including that 3rd down big play, it's all on the ground, and it's because they can find gaps, they can burst through into them, and it's just an explosive backfield that you need to keep an eye on if you're this LaSalle defense.
Handoff. They got one hand on Pellicciata, couldn't bring him down, and he does a great job to fall forward. So now it'll be a 3rd down and about 4. Third down and 4, and now right in that position, Oliver, where maybe you can take a shot here, knowing that it's 4-down territory where you are on the field. 2 safeties high, though, for LaSalle as Pellicciata comes in motion. Skylar Smith flings it to the other side of the field. Holmes has to stretch and won't get there. A gain of 2 on 3rd and 4. A 4th down, 2 yards to go. Not even a question, Oliver. The offense stays on the field for the Friars. In fact, they're going to bring in the big boys. A couple of extra large bodies come onto the field, including Jackson Ford, the all-world defensive end, being wooed by colleges all across the country. And looking to add a little bit of extra blocking on the right side of that line. 4th and 2. 2 extra linemen on the field for the Friars. A toss sweep. They're going to go to Bates on the outside. Met at the line. He fell forward. It'll be close. It's LaSalle football. Short by a half a yard. And LaSalle stands up to the physicality of the Malvern Friars.
They brought in the big boys, like you said. Pretty clear what was going to be run. It's going to try to get to the outside, create blockers. They've been explosive out of the backfield, finding lanes to run.
And here's number 1. That's Justin Hawkins getting lower than the pads of the running back Zeke Bates. 5'7", 155, Justin Hawkins. Meeting Bates, 5'11", 205 in the hole. You love to see that if you're a LaSalle Explorer fan. And a flag comes down. It'll be a false start coming against LaSalle. Oliver, 3 years ago, LaSalle won this football game against Malvern Prep 10-7, and I forget the exact number, but I want to say there was something like 9 or 10 possessions in the game. I might be a little bit shy there, but it was a contest where there were long and sustained drives. Maybe that was in the second half that I'm referring to. And there was a lot of ball movement, not a ton of scoring. Teams kept it on the ground. The offenses were physical. The defenses met that physicality. And you ended up with the teams not having the ball very often, quite frankly.
And that's what that first drive from Malvern looked like. A lot of ball on the ground.
Sidwar steps up, throws it across the middle. That's J.P. Oates at his brand new position, tight end. Makes the play and gets the first down. I want to talk about that pocket presence from Sidwar there.
Yeah, it's well done. He's able to step up, finds Oates. Oates has been really successful in these past couple games.
And a quick screen. Jimmy Nolan is met 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Dropped there. Big tackle in the play by number 4, Ian Files. Max Mooring, the linebacker, in the area as well.
LaSalle had a couple plays last week moving quickly as well. They get the big game from Oates, get up to the line, try to get a gain back again, but the screen pass doesn't work out. Now they got a 2nd and long.
They gave him a big loss there. I don't know that they got his forward progress properly adjusted for all the way back to the 45-yard line, and a good confirmation there. He actually caught the ball with his knee on the ground, and certainly not down by contact the way you'd see at the NFL level. The linesman, the line judge, was in a great position to make that call. Quick out. And Chris Filippo, fortunate to make that play. How about the game wrecker on the outside known as Owen Mears? Mears made the interception in last year's game, 13-7 win for Malvern Prep as LaSalle was heaving one deep into the red zone in the final seconds of that game. He also had the game-winning interception against Springside Chestnut Hill in the Interact Championship last year for Malvern Prep. Now it's a 3rd and 14.
4-down territory for LaSalle if you can get it there. You have to try to find in between the sticks, get a couple extra yards, set yourself up for a favorable 4th down and short.
I agree, because 4th and 13, I think you may think about punting it away. But I agree, try to carve into this down and distance. A
flag.
No, a whistle. There it is. It's a delay of game called against LaSalle. And that will always come from that back judge there, who is tasked with either, if there is a play clock on the other side of the field, watching that, or in this case, keeping it on his watch. 3rd down and about 18 yards to go.
And you can't afford that if you're LaSalle. It's a big play, trying to keep yourself in this drive, and it's just a couple seconds too long. Now you've got much more work to do.
2 safeties deep there for Malvern Prep. Empty backfield for Sidwar. Sidwar steps up and dumps it short to Des Ortiz. Big hit on the outside. Ian Files continues to rack up the tackles here this evening. Ian Files is a wrestler as well, Oliver, and does a terrific job. Forces a punt They're going to send the punting unit out onto the field. Aiden Hatfield will punt it away.
Aiden Hatfield in the punt for the Explorers.
Andrew Pellicciata back deep to receive. And that's a good-looking punt. It takes a big LaSalle hop inside the 5-yard line and down at about the 4.
And this special teams continues to impress. Big returns, big kicks last week. They had a recovery in Harrisburg, getting the ball, good field position, and Aiden Hatfield has been really good kicking and punting for this Explorers team. And not so great field position for a team that was turned over on downs in their first drive.
This portion of today's game is brought to you by the Great American Pub, one of our favorites, certainly our favorite restaurant in the Philadelphia area with 3 locations. You can go to Phoenixville, you can go to Wayne, or you can go to Conshohocken, our personal favorite. Go up top on the roof. Still some terrific weather coming this fall. Thanks to Chuck Hempshire and the Hempshire family for their support of LaSalle and certainly what we do over the years. We appreciate Great American Pub, proud sponsor. Handoff. And a nice run to start things. Smith on the give. That's another, I think that's one where the give was certainly preordained. And a nice run up the gut by number 3, Chris Smith. Second down, about 6 yards to go. 20 seconds left in this first quarter. It's been a good one thus far. Down to 10. They don't need to snap it again, I don't believe. By the way, Jackson Melkonian just came into the contest. Hands it off on the final play of the first quarter. And we'll determine when we come back if it'll be 1st and 10 or 3rd and short. It's been a good one. It's 7-0 LaSalle after 12 minutes.
More and more luxury vehicle buyers are choosing Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove for the easy, no-pressure atmosphere. Whether you buy online, in person, or a little of both, Faulkner Infiniti makes it easy and affordable to drive world-class luxury. Choose from the new QX60, full-size QX80, or the innovative QX50. Faulkner always has a great selection in stock, ready for delivery. Come find out for yourself why more people choose Faulkner Infiniti. To be sure.
First-time homebuyer, seasoned investor, looking to sell a property from the Poconos to the Greater Lehigh Valley, Philadelphia and surrounding areas, all the way to the Jersey Shore. I'm your guy. Speaking of the shore, if you're not down here right now in Ocean City watching this game live, you need to give me a call because you should be down here experiencing the beautiful Jersey Shore with us in your own beach house.
Melkonian back in, 1st down and 10. Good pressure by Williams. Melkonian takes off and is taken down. That'll be a sack based upon the yardage loss of 1. Good job by that Explorer front 3. LaSalle has gone to 3-4 this year. Long time 4-3 or 4-4 type defense. Melkonian, by the way, in addition to being a stellar quarterback and a great athlete on this football team, is one of the most sought-after shortstops in the country. UNC, Vanderbilt, and certainly many others interested in his services at the next level. But right now trying to lead his program to another Interact championship. Handoff, and LaSalle got a ton of pressure. Nowhere for Smith to go. He was hit before he ever got the wheels spinning forward. Great job by that LaSalle defense. It'll be 3rd and long.
The defensive line just keeping the hole in the offensive line shut. Smith side shuffling around, trying to find a lane, and next thing he knows, he's on the ground.
And by the way, just have to note, Melkonian coming in, that's not a replacement of Skylar Smith. we were told by Dave Guerrera before the contest that we might see both Melkonian and Skylar Smith, and they found how well Melkonian could play when Smith got dinged up in the last few games of the year last year. Melkonian, all he did was win out and lead this team to the championship in the league. Jack Luthi jumped on the outside, and it'll be a 5-yard penalty, 3rd and 6 coming up.
LaSalle has to clean it up. A couple of false starts, the delay of game. And Luthi jumping. That's massive. 3rd and 6, very different from 3rd and 11, especially when you're backed up in your own red zone.
3rd and 6.
Third down and 6. Ball needs to get to the 24-yard line for a first down. And LaSalle caused Malvern Prep to jump. That was a late shift there, Oliver. We'll get a great look on this replay. All 3 guys are going to shift. Claire comes in, and up comes that right tackle.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Last week in Harrisburg, they ran that countless times, getting Harrisburg to jump. They give up the yardage, and now they get it right back as we're back to 3rd and 11.
9:56. Clock is ticking here in a fast-moving second quarter. Melkonian takes the shotgun snap. Melkonian has a lot of time, fires over the middle. What a catch by Andrew Pellicciata. He's heading the wrong direction. And in comes the face mask penalty. Ball came loose, and LaSalle came up with it, so we have a lot to unpack. The flag will go against LaSalle. A 15-yarder would be an automatic first down. But now, because of the fumble and the recovery by LaSalle, they're going to take the 15 yards from the initial spot rather than where Pellicciata went down. So that fumble's still a big deal. The referees will adjudicate it, but that's my expectation of the way this will go, Oliver.
Yeah, the referee's probably just discussing if the runner was down before that ball came out. All happened in a scrum, so we'll see what they call.
Keep your eye on that white hat in the middle of the field. And it's a personal foul, a face mask called against LaSalle. And they must have determined just that, Oliver, that ball did not come loose until the knee hit or elbow hit the ground for Pellicciata. An enormous play there. Great protection by that newfangled offensive line for Malvern Prep, giving Melkonian all that time to find Pellicciata in the middle of the field. Chris Smith takes the give on the counter. Chris Smith running downhill. Got right to that line to gain. And they're already moving the sticks. 1st and 10 on a 10.5-yard run for Chris Smith.
And this is what we'd come to expect out of this Malvern offense. Backing up a big pass. It's a big run by Smith. Just multiple ways to beat you on the offensive end.
It's another one of those games. Malvern Prep with those long drives. Another one building here midway through the second quarter. Smith gets downhill, running through defenders. First down for Chris Smith. Taking down 4 would-be tacklers for LaSalle en route. A big time play by a big-time player. The backup running back, or certainly 1-2. You'll see Bates and Smith over the course of the day get about equal touches. We saw Bates first here this evening. Timeout on the play called by Malvern Prep. Comes with 8 minutes and 12 seconds to play here in the second quarter. This is Bob Long Sports, and this is LaSalle College High School football. It's brought to you tonight by E&M Insurance, LLC, an independent local insurance agency serving the area's business and personal insurance needs. E&M Insurance is owned and operated by Chris Marr, class of 1989, father of Brendan and Ryan, both alums of LaSalle. Located in North Wales, E&M has been serving the Delaware Valley insurance needs since 1988, built on the principles of providing superior customer service and quality insurance solutions for the customers. They're an independent agent, meaning they work with a select group of highly rated insurance companies that have proven their performance over the years. They can help provide solutions for your business or personal insurance on all levels, excelling on finding the best coverage at the best rates. Check them out at eandminsurance.com or follow them on Facebook. And a flag comes in. It's a false start against Malvern Prep. And these are those first game type situations, Oliver. LaSalle out here playing their second game of the season. Malvern starts a little bit later. They had a scrimmage against a very talented DePaul Catholic team. Second year they've done that. If you're keeping score, it was a 14-14 tie. That's one of the best teams in their state, DePaul is. But still the first time live hitting in these pads and on a night like this with the lights so bright. Melkonian, great time in the pocket, and that is thrown away. Well short of Andrew Pellicciata. And that's actually a pretty good decision there by Melkonian, because who was spying underneath but Joey O'Brien.
Yeah, Pellicciata finding a pocket of space on the out route just in front of the 20-yard line, but Joey O'Brien looming in the area. And it's a 2nd and long.
Melkonian is alone in the shotgun. Pellicciata in motion. The give is to Pellicciata. He gets downhill. Breaks one tackle and out to the 31. Gain of 6.
Malvern doing a very good job falling forward in the open field, gaining a couple yards, reaching the ball out, and it's a 3rd and manageable for this offense. Probably in 4-down territory as well.
Colton McAleer, the junior linebacker, ended up making the tackle. Line to gain is about the 22. You would think 4-down territory. Last year, Jack Plaze banged one from better than 40 yards in this building last year. He is now playing football at Wake Forest. You don't see a ton of that on a venue like this from that length at this high school level. Quick screen. LaSalle has to make the tackle, and they do. And a flag comes in late, right in front of that official on the sideline. Jack Luthi made the play, and we'll get another look. Flag certainly in the area of either a horse collar or face mask.
Wow.
And it is a face mask penalty. 15-yarder.
Boy, is that massive. Instead of a 4th and 10, a little past the 30, you're looking at a 1st and 10 in the red zone. Just can't afford that as LaSalle defense.
1st and 10. Hand off to Smith. And Smith continues to pile forward. He got half of it on 1st down. And again, you think about the number of drives. We talked about that earlier game with, 9 or 10 drives total 3 years ago. Right now we're looking at Malvern 2 in the midst of their 2nd drive, and LaSalle having completed 2 drives themselves halfway through this 2nd quarter.
Malvern dangerous in the backfield, dangerous over the middle, so it makes sense that you're going to have a lot of low chunk plays grinding out these drives, picking apart the defense.
Malconian rolls to the weak side. Williams is on him. A jump throw from Malconian, and there's the shortstop indications and the shortstop instincts. You kidding me?
What an athletic play. He's got 2 explorers bearing down. A jump throw. Both feet in the air, finding his receiver.
That's why you play multiple sports right there.
That's right.
Don't specialize too early.
Looking like Derek Jeter.
Jackson Ford comes off the field. They're going to bring on Jake Bauer. Toughness out, toughness in. That's what Malvern Prep wants to do. Come at you in waves. First down and goal from just inside the 10. Malconian and Pellicciata dropped it. They call it incomplete. The pass was forward. Second down and goal. And again, we talk about it, Oliver. If you're not going to have many possessions in the game, well, when you get inside the red zone, it has to count.
That's right.
Malvern thinking 6 or bust here in this second quarter. Pellicciata takes the give. Patience as he goes off the right tackle, and LaSalle comes in to make the stop after a gain of 2. Third and goal coming up from the 6.
Third and goal from the 6-yard line.
The game plan for Malvern here in the red zone is clear. Get the ball in the hands of your most athletic player. And that is Pellicciata right now. He's making men miss, finding open space, try to get him on the screen, went through his hands, and then just giving it on the sweep. Pellicciata lined up wide again.
Hand off to Smith. Smith is hit and dropped. He got inside the 5. It'll be 4th down and goal, and that's a play that you run, I think, Oliver, knowing that you're going for it on 4th if he doesn't find pay dirt. The chant of defense rains down here at Carey Stadium. And I'll tell you what, a last-minute decision here for Malvern Prep. They're going to send the field goal unit on. Austin Trout from the left hash. And Trout drills it. 7-3. And after 2 drives, LaSalle has 1 touchdown to their name, a 58-yard heave from Sidwar to O'Brien, and a field goal from inside 20 yards for Trout.
LaSalle looks at 3:48 with 3 timeouts to play with to get down the field and get points on the board. Remember, Malvern gets the ball to start the second half, so this is massive to get at least 3 up here. Plenty of time to do it.
Come right back here on Bob Long Sports.
More and more luxury vehicle buyers are choosing Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove for the easy, no-pressure atmosphere. Whether you buy online, in person, or a little of both, Faulkner Infiniti makes it easy and affordable to drive world-class luxury. Choose from the new QX60, full-size QX80, or the innovative QX50. Faulkner always has a great selection in stock, ready for delivery. Come find out for yourself why more people choose Faulkner Infiniti. To be sure.
First time home.
3:48 to play in the second quarter. Trout will kick this one deep for Malvern Prep. And a line drive kick into the end zone. Folks, reminder that you're watching LaSalle versus Malvern Prep on Bob Long Sports, where you can catch LaSalle action all year long. Make sure if you're not already, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. We certainly appreciate it. It helps us, and we'll notify you when we're going live. Want to thank LaSalle's WEXP as well, which brings us certainly Oliver Gomez helping us out. LaSalle class of 2025 doing a terrific job on color commentary here tonight. And then Keith Binsfeld, our longtime sponsor and friend, helping us out on camera. And I'm starting to hold my breath about what's about to happen technologically at halftime. He's got some big plans. It's making my heart rate go up. That's the first look for Josh Simmons. Simmons lost one on the play. Great penetration by that front four. Malvern Oliver runs a 4-4 defense. What does that mean? 8 men in the box, 1 safety, and 2 corners. They trust their corners on the outside, and they love that front 8 and what they can do.
This LaSalle team so dangerous over the middle, just about everywhere in the secondary, so it makes sense you're going to stack it up, because that's how they got their first score, was a big play over the middle of the field.
Sidwar fires across the middle. J.P. Oates takes a big hit. And I want to see this replay again. There's a bobble in the backfield, Oliver. Gavin Sidwar, an incredible job to stay with the football.
And this is the play that they've been trying to execute for the past couple weeks. J.P. Oates, a very talented tight end in his first role this year, cutting over the middle as Oates comes out and talks to the trainer. On the back end of this play, he got popped in the middle of the field, walking on his own power, but getting looked at on the sideline.
First down and 10. 2:33 to go. And Sidwar somehow kept that knee off the ground when he picked up that football. Let's see. And that's the question. Again, not an NFL rule, so if he handles this football while his knee is on the ground, he would be down.
Ooh.
Boy, oh boy. That white-hatted official had a better view than we did, but that replay, I'm not so sure. Hearing, by the way, that folks had trouble getting into the stadium here tonight. It is packed 5 deep in certain places all around the stadium. What a wonderful place to watch football. Ortiz makes one miss, and he's met by 2 other Malvern Friar defenders. They're getting hats on the football, Oliver. 3rd and long.
Yeah, a couple run plays, starting with Simmons and now Ortiz. Nothing doing. Now you have to go back to the air on 3rd and 10.
2 yards on the carry.
Third down. Ball needs to get to the 43-yard line on Malvern's side of the field for a first down. 100 seconds to play in this first half. Sidwar across the middle.
Oh, my goodness.
Unbelievable catch by Des Ortiz. After an initial tip.
That's a running back, by the way. Staying with the play. This ball, a free safety flying in the middle of this ball's route. Deflected behind him. He hits the deck, reaches his hands out. And LaSalle threatening.
In a game this high level with these 2 types of teams, with this type of ball control, plays like that can make all the difference. 1:17 to go. Good read there by Sidwar. Ball was a little hot, and Simmons could not bring it in. 2nd and 10. This is another read option, though. A lot of people think about read option as just the running. No, that's the quarterback recognizing what the coverage looks like, where those eyes go when he fakes the handoff. Tries to throw it to Simmons. I like the play, and I also like getting both of those running backs on the field at the same time, Oliver.
Simmons impressing last week. He got extended reps because of the score. He notched a touchdown for himself, and he had a really good day in what we would not expect him to play as much as he did.
2nd down and 10. Clock stopped at 1 minute 11 seconds. Sidwar eludes one. Sidwar holds on to the football. Taken down on the play by Jackson Ford with that high motor coming from the edge position. It is a gain of 2.
Boy, is that dangerous. Sidwar escaping the pocket. Well done, creating a play. He looks like he almost starts to pump this football towards the end, but feels the hand, tucks it in, and it's 3rd down and long again for the Explorers with 40 seconds to play.
And LaSalle content to let this clock run. They have timeouts with which to work. Waiting to see if they get the first down to determine what they do next or how aggressive they are in the final half minute. Sitting down in coverage, Julian McFadden dropped the football. Good coverage on the play. Malvern sitting in a zone, and Bauer was in the area. So it's 4th down. The offense doesn't blink, staying on the field. Nick Swanson checks into the game, number 11. And Sidwar gets the call from first-year head coach Brett Gordon, who shocked many across the state with a 45-7 pummeling of Harrisburg High School, thought of as maybe the best team west of Philadelphia in the state. 4th down and about 8, 25 seconds on the clock. Good protection for Sidwar. Takes the shot to the end zone. Big hit. Caught the football. Julian McFadden.
A flag comes down on the back end. I don't think that's going to affect the play, but McFadden losing the football on the 3rd down try. Why not make up for it and then some? A post route over the middle of the field. Dot from Gavin Sidwar. And it's a 2-score game with 18 seconds to play in the first half.
Certainly there was a 35-0 blowout 2 years ago by Malvern Prep, but the other 2 times that this game has been played here, neither team scored more than 13 points. LaSalle for Hatfield has an opportunity to make that total here in the first half. And so now that penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. It was a defenseless receiver play in the end zone.
Yeah, McFadden took a massive hit coming down. He already had the ball secured, so that's what they're going to call, I believe.
Here it comes. Here comes the white-hatted official right in front of us. Touchdown is good. And then unsportsmanlike conduct. And it goes against Malvern Prep. So now he's coming to Brett Gordon as the head coach of LaSalle. And the white-hatted official, the crew chief, is asking or talking with Brett about where this will be adjudicated. Well, and actually,
Hatfield is way back up here.
You know what? It actually came against LaSalle. So the 15-yard penalty came against LaSalle, and perhaps it was for Julian McFadden spiking the football. So this becomes a much more difficult extra point attempt. Hatfield has the leg. Hatfield drills it.
He has been fantastic his first couple weeks. But I don't know if McFadden was too aggressive in his celebration, but they deemed it was a little too much. Hatfield says, you know what, I'm just going to drill that PAT anyway, by plenty.
And that is a wind coming off his left shoulder there. Drills it through the uprights. 14-3 for this new look LaSalle team. Malvern will receive the football to begin the second half. Remember, they deferred by winning the coin toss.
18 seconds, 2 timeouts for this Malvern team to play with.
Stay with us at halftime. We'll have some halftime breakdown after a few messages. And can you believe this? 7 o'clock kick. That's what happens when you only have 5 total possessions to this point. It's 6:50 in the evening. Most of the contests, Oliver, this year that LaSalle will play won't even start until 7 on a Friday. This game is moving.
Yeah, and that's a product, like you said, not many drives, and Malvern keeping the ball on the ground for the most part.
A squibbed kick. On a hop is recovered by Malvern Prep, and they will take the seat. Yes, at the 22-yard line. Recovered by Dylan Novak. I know Melkonian has the arm of a shortstop, which is probably the strongest arm on the baseball field. Not named the right fielder in most cases. But even that feels a little much here with 17 seconds left for Malvern Prep. They may just sit on this football. In fact, it's going to be Skylar Smith to come out to take the snap. They'll run the football. Smith will keep it. Kyler Smith stays in bounds, down to 10 seconds, and Malvern Prep will not take the timeout. It does not appear. We'll tick to 0-0 here in the first half. What a great contest. And this LaSalle Explorer coaching staff is fired up as they meet this LaSalle team coming off the field and going to the locker room. A terrific venue here at Ocean City High School, and these folks are being treated to a heck of a contest. Oliver, a quick thought on the first half thus far.
Yeah, good game from both sides. Malvern taking a little bit of a gamble on 4th down. A couple times they're going to settle for a field goal. That's why they have 3 points up. But this LaSalle defense continuing to impress. The offensive line from LaSalle has been good. Gavin Sidwar has been good, finding a couple deep balls. And it's coming together. And LaSalle has to go right back on defense to start off the second half on what's going to be probably the biggest drive of the game to see if Malvern can get a couple points back, as they have a little bit of work to do in the second half.
Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back here on Bob Long Sports.
More and more luxury vehicle buyers are choosing Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove for the easy, no-pressure atmosphere. Whether you buy online, in person, or a little of both, Faulkner Infiniti makes it easy and affordable to drive world-class luxury. Choose from the new QX60, full-size QX80, or the innovative QX50. Faulkner always has a great selection in stock, ready for delivery. Come find out for yourself why more people choose Faulkner Infiniti. To be sure.
First-time homebuyer, seasoned investor, looking to sell a property from the Poconos to the Greater Lehigh Valley, Philadelphia and surrounding areas, all the way to the Jersey Shore. I'm your guy. Speaking of the shore, if you're not down here right now in Ocean City watching this game live, you need to give me a call, because you should be down here experiencing the beautiful Jersey Shore with us in your own beach house.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches.
He scored!
The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. Create unforgettable moments that fans won't want to miss. Keep the food and drinks flowing with watch parties that will bring customers in the door and expand dwell time. And watch as these visitors turn into loyal customers with exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers. In over 10,000 bars, restaurants, and cinemas across America, and customizable packages for every type of venue. Make your business the place for the next must-see event. Because if fans can't make it to the stadium or arena, your venue is the next best place.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
Welcome to LaSalle. I'm Brother James, the school's president since 2012, and I am so happy you're taking some time to explore all the opportunities LaSalle offers to a young man beginning his high school career. But first, I wanted to share with you some history. LaSalle College High School is named after John Baptiste de LaSalle, who was born in Reims, France in 1651. In de LaSalle's day, education was largely for the sons of the upper class and delivered in Latin. De LaSalle saw the impracticality of this approach for meeting the needs of many of the working class children, so he pioneered both education in French, the vernacular language, and teaching many boys. Thus, the modern classroom was born. To receive those benefits, the students in De La Salle's Christian schools required teachers. These men became the first brothers. When they came to Philadelphia in the 1850s, the brothers of the Christian schools found Irish and German immigrant families living in conditions not very different from those De La Salle encountered with his students. Beginning with primary school education, the school that became LaSalle College High School started in West Kensington in 1858, moving 3 times before coming to this beautiful Wynmore campus in 1960. The founding LaSallian vision had community at its core, believing that students should behave as brothers to one another and that the teachers function best like older brothers and sisters to the students in our care. Yet the LaSallian story is also one of unceasing innovation, a commitment to respond to the needs of the present with the same creativity that got it all started in 1680. We clearly face some daunting challenges today, just as we did 340 years ago when the LaSalle schools began. As you continue to explore all this school has to offer, I think you will find us uniquely prepared to help you meet such challenges, to thrive and grow throughout life, whatever the obstacles. If you're looking for a high school where teachers will not just impart knowledge, but will serve as mentors and guides throughout your life's journey, where you won't have just classmates for 4 years, but brothers for life, where you will not pick up just skills, but find your life's calling, where you will not just become successful in life, but learn to be successful at living, look hard at what LaSalle has to offer. See yourself as a LaSalle man, a part of the LaSalle family. God bless you during this time of exploration and always.
I feel like LaSalle is one of those high schools where every single sport team is a really good sports team.
Joining a team or a club, it really gives you that sense of brotherhood that I think most kids look for at LaSalle.
I'd say the coaches are supportive because they're constantly encouraging you and they want what's best for you as well.
We have everything on campus that we could ever imagine.
And we all look out for one another. We want to help each other succeed.
Make sure that we all can reach our maximum potential.
When you spend so much time together with your brothers, you really develop a bond that's just unbreakable.
Halftime here at Ocean City High School. Bob Long, Oliver Gomez, and we have Keith Binsfeld. Look at that. Camera in, camera out. Gotta love it. Well, to save everyone here, we're going to bring you inside our broadcast booth. There is Oliver Gomez. That's Keith working behind the scenes. Look at that guy. But I want to talk to you, Oliver, first and foremost, because this contest is nip and tuck, back and forth, 5 total possessions thus far, with the exception of a kneel down or a 1-run play for Malvern Prep. So the margins are razor thin. What have you seen throughout this contest as making this one special?
Yeah, it seems like much more of a passive, let the play develop approach from Malvern. A lot of run plays, trying to set up longer drives, chew the clock down, and they've done that. They've gotten into the red zone and into LaSalle territory a couple times. They've had a couple fourth down plays that they've converted on, but they've only got 3 points to show for it. On the LaSalle side, it seems like they're going for a lot of bigger chunk plays. They're 2 touchdowns coming on big passes in the air from Gavin Sidwar to Jules McFadden and Joey O'Brien. So a couple of different setups offensively for these teams. Defense has been great on both sides. 14-3, that's not a very high score for these high school football games. Obviously, 3 points against this Malvern offense is nothing to shy away from. But, there's a long way to go, and there's a lot that can happen in the second half.
Without a doubt, and we've seen a quarterback back and forth, Melkonian and Skylar Smith. Now, Smith only got 1 snap on his second drive. Melkonian took the team down the field for 3 points. Smith had a decent drive that ended up coming up short, but that'll be intriguing to see. Hey, there's only so many drives left in this contest. Does Malvern continue to go back and forth from quarterback to quarterback, or do they settle on one?
Yeah, I'm not, it's really, you're not sure. It's kind of how you set up in the second half. But when you look at who got the points, when you look at how they've been effective, it's been a lot of running out of the backfield direct snaps. So it's how they want to approach it. Do they want to decide to use the air more, or do they want to decide to keep the ball on the ground? So I think that Smith brings a much more in the air play. So if they decide that they want to get big yards, I think Smith might be the better option from what we've seen so far. But, you're really not sure. It just depends on what they discussed at halftime and how they're going to come out here.
Well, I'll tell you, it shows you just how good these two quarterbacks can be, because I may go the other way. Melkonian does a great job throwing the ball as well. He was effective in that first half, but I agree with you that Smith can do it through the air and through the ground, gives you that 1-2 punch, and makes this Malvern offense very difficult to stop. On the LaSalle side, no doubt about it which side of the ball or which part of the offense has been most successful for them. It's been the aerial attack with Gavin Sidwar throwing to a combination of Oates and O'Brien, and, of course, the last touchdown to Julian McFadden. But I still think that you need the threat of Des Ortiz and Josh Hawkins in the backfield to set up that time, pocket presence, and the ability to deliver the ball down the field for Gavin Sidwar. We'll let this coach behind us here. That's live TV for you. Go get him, Coach. Thoughts on that there? One more coming, Oliver.
Yeah, you've got, again, 2 big passes in the air for your touchdowns. But Des Ortiz, he's been really good. He's been staying flat. Gavin Sidwar, he does a great job of stepping up in the pocket and creating time. And that's not something to take away from the Salle offensive line. They've also been very good. But you have Des Ortiz on a flat, and he's able to make a move in the open field. He's done it a couple times last week. You saw him do it once here. He's just a really athletic player, and it's such a tool to have if you're in trouble on a play, especially in a big drive, to be able to dump that ball off and be confident that he can pick up at least a couple yards for you, maybe even a first down.
We got a great contest here with us. This is the halftime show. We'll be right back here on Bob Long Sports.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
Welcome back here, folks. Second half about to get underway between Malvern Prep and LaSalle College High School. Bob Long, Keith Binsfeld, and Oliver Gomez with us here. LaSalle will kick this one deep, and it is returnable for the Friars. Out to the 30-yard line, and we'll wait with bated breath to see who comes off the sideline to lead the offense for the Friars. Head coach Dave Guerrera making those adjustments at halftime. The Friars, down 11, are led by Skylar Smith, their starting quarterback last year. It is a 14-3 game. Smith keeps the ball on the run pass option and knifes up the middle. Justin Hawkins at 155 all the way in there to make the tackle. Ben Kumpon, the best technical blocker per Dave Guerrera that he's ever coached, finishes that block 7 yards down the field. Second down upcoming. Handoff, Bates. Bates goes off the left tackle and gets the first down. That's the Malvern offense that we're used to. Keep it on the ground twice, get downhill. Early third quarter action. Keith Binsfeld on the camera, Oliver Gomez on color commentary. My name is Bob Long. Thanks for being with us. Make sure to follow along, subscribe to the channel, and like the video if you have not already. First down and 10. And I think Malvern jumped. Certainly LaSalle came across the line, but they were induced by the movement up front. Came from the center of that offensive line. It'll be 1st and 15.
And Smith's just trying to get a jump. He does his clap, but he fools his own offensive line, triggering a couple explorers on the defensive line to start their move, but the ref is on it for the offensive false start.
Here's the handoff to Pellicciata, looking to get to the edge, taken down on the play. Eddie Sutter came up from the safety core, and Dylan Clare from that middle linebacker position makes the stop. One more look. Second down, 12 yards to go. This time alone in the backfield. Smith takes the snap, takes off left. Smith keeps his eyes up the field. What a throw and a brilliant catch across the middle. Absolutely incredible by Skylar Smith.
A couple circus acts on the deck in the middle of the field. Desmond Ortiz in the first half. And now here a big play. Smith creating time, fires across his body.
That was Zeke Bates coming back to the football. First down and 10. Malvern's taking every call from the sideline. And then Smith takes the opportunity to bark it out to the line. Certainly not moving quickly. Content to move at their cadence. Smith got rid of the football. Intercepted. LaSalle will take it all the way. Jack Luthi, it's your time.
Unbelievable. It's a read pass option. We talked about it a couple times. Zeke Bates. There's a rusher on the left edge flying across. Smith, I don't think he saw it because he picks up the football. He gets wrapped up, tries to get rid of it right into the hands of Jack Luthi. Pick 6 the other way.
Yeah, you're right. That's not the right decision there by Skylar Smith on the pull, but even more importantly, take the sack, get up, and live to see another down. He tries to get rid of it to Bates. And there's Jack Luthi. Garbage to gold, and it's a 20-3 game for LaSalle. Aiden Hatfield bangs it through. And Jack Luthi, who has been spectacular since he came to LaSalle and started in the defensive starting lineup. Boy, did he deserve something like that, knifing his way into the backfield. So Malvern Prep, they've been punched in the mouth. A terrifically talented team that has had the better end of this rivalry the last few years, Oliver, but LaSalle has turned over a new leaf. There were questions coming into this season, certainly a lot of excitement as well with the coaching change and what Brett Gordon can bring to the table, certainly thanking John Steinmetz and his staff for what they have done for many, many years. And Brett Gordon has brought a new but familiar voice to the program. And they lead 21-3 over Malvern Prep. You read the tea leaves, you listen to folks all across the state. And in some ways, I think folks outside the Catholic League, inside the Catholic League, in the PIAA, outside the PIAA are always asking the question, whether it's LaSalle, Malvern, or anybody else, hey, is there a team that can take down St. Joe's Prep this year? Is it Imhotep now that they're a 6A team? Is it someone like LaSalle? Don't know if we're prepared to answer that question right now, but I can tell you that those conversations on the underground circuits, if you will, of high school football will continue after a performance like this. A long way to go, and a Malvern team that absolutely has the ability, with Melconian at quarterback right now, to get back in the game by throwing the football. But we'll see what the next quarter and a half has to give us. Andrew Pellicciata, that's a good guy to get the football if you're trying to mount a comeback, the reigning Interac MVP.
Yeah, throughout the game, it's been the Andrew Pellicciata show. Get the football in his hands. Let him find the open field. He is special to watch. He can create yardage. He can find gaps. And it's your last option there. Everything else downfield guarded, and there's your best guy in the open field, Pellicciata, wide open over the middle for a big gain.
The words that Dave Guerrero described him, certainly one of the best players he's ever coached. Reliable, lateral speed, top end speed, makes people miss, and a Navy midshipman commit. That's Melconian, who is likely going to play, certainly going to play, baseball at the next level. One of the best shortstops in the country, dives forward for 9 yards. P.J. Holmes on the outside. Luke Hardy, he's played a lot of slot receiver this year, certainly, or that's the expectation. Played a lot in the scrimmage. I know we're early on here. A 4.5 40 that Hardy can run. Let's see if they look to get him the football at some point. Jackson Melconian on 2nd and 1. Melconian hangs in, delivers the football over the middle. Holmes makes the play, the Colgate commit. Gavin Muller went down on the play. LaSalle wanted to hold right here. I think a pretty good no call there, actually, Oliver, as he started to go down on his own. And the left guard, actually, that was left guard Brian Johnson, the boss they call him, just kind of eased him to the ground. So it's first down and 10. And that's the bus.
They got him again.
The bus leaves the stop a bit too early, a 5-yard penalty. Tell you what, I do love his game. Super athletic, sophomore, 5'10", 265. Yeah, he's jumped a couple of times, but he's a guy that's going to be terrific for the next 3 years on that offensive line for Malvern Prep.
Andrew Pellicciata lined up at quarterback for this play in shotgun.
And that's Luke Hardy in motion. Pellicciata comes up the middle. He's met by Dylan Clare and flexes to his own sideline. Why not?
Just a big presence in that LaSalle defense. He's taken a couple plays in the secondary, a couple plays up on the line, and he can do it all.
This is how I know I'm working with a good broadcast crew. Oliver Gomez recognizes that a direct snap is coming from Pellicciata. You know who else does? Keith Binsfeld. Recognizing that Pellicciata probably isn't going to throw the football, so gets in nice and tight to see that play. Now Melkonian under center. Second down and 13. Melkonian, quick out. That's a great play by Pellicciata. Makes one miss and has the first down. Hawkins in there to make the play. That's a good matchup as Joey O'Brien is in there on coverage against Pellicciata.
A big bounce back drive here for Malvern. Like you said, punched in the mouth by the pick six. You have to come in and get in the end zone here.
Hawkins had the primary coverage there. O'Brien came in on the stop. 5:25 and ticking here in this third quarter. Malvern Prep needs points on this drive. They set up the screen, and it's dropped. Take another look at this one. That's the offensive lineman. They're effectively letting the rush. LaSalle with 3 down linemen there get to the quarterback. And so they're trying to get those big boys down the field. You see Johnson. You see Nastis, number 61. It's great play design. The execution just not quite there on the drop. And this is not good. This is not good here. We have a young man doing cartwheels on the field without a shirt, and we're going to keep the camera off of this particular young man who is going to head for the exits. And that is now the responsibility of the Ocean City Police Department. Good luck, guys.
That's the first time we've seen that.
Okay. Nobody get any ideas. No copycats. Second down and 10 after the dropped screen. Smith in the backfield along with Jackson Melkonian. Melkonian got a lot of pressure. Muller is trying to get to him, and Melkonian will step out of bounds. It's a really good job to feel that coming from his blind side here, Oliver. Another look.
Right, Gavin Muller. Again, you mentioned another position change, bearing down, and he gets out of the pocket. Ends up picking up, looks like about 4 or 5 yards they gave him. Great creativity.
Clock stopped as he was out of bounds. Holmes and Hardy on this side of the field. Pellicciata and Cade Cooper, who's yet to really get involved. Potential's through the roof for him. The sophomore at 6'3" at wide receiver, offers from Virginia Tech and BC. Looks that direction, comes back the other way, and a great catch by Pellicciata. Met at the summit by Eddie Sutter, the safety, but the big, strong mitts of Pellicciata brings it in.
What Malvern has done outstanding so far today is creating something out of nothing. They've had a lot of pressure from this LaSalle defensive line, and you mentioned the shortstop ability. He's able to be nimble. He's able to, create throws that other guys wouldn't be able to make. He finds Pellicciata on the outside. You throw it in his direction, he's probably going to come down with it. Another first down for the Friars.
With great players like Lonnie White, Peter Jones, Keith McGuire, Jake Hornibrook. Pellicciata is right there in terms of what he's done on the field here at the high school level. Melkonian running out of time, fires across his body, touchdown. Jake Bauer, a Bauer outage for the touchdown. Another heck of a throw coming across his body. That's primarily a middle linebacker with the hands across the middle to find the pouch in that defense. And Malvern's right back in it. And so now, with the option to get down 10 instead of at 11, Melkonian will come out there. LaSalle quickly trying to get somebody off the field, and they do, just in time. Play action fake. The 2-point conversion is good. And that touches Jackson Ford. So that's a touchdown caught by a linebacker and a 2-point conversion caught by an all-world defensive end. Take a quick break. We'll come back here from Ocean City High School on Bob Long Sports.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value.
Malvern Prep right back in it as LaSalle prepares to get the football for the first time offensively here in the second half. Jimmy Dolan. Dolan got a step shy of the 30. And of course, getting the ball for the first time offensively, Oliver, because on the first Malvern offensive drive of the second half, none other than Jack Luthi intercepted Skylar Smith and took it back about 55 yards for a touchdown. An 10-point lead now as Malvern Prep went for two and got it. 21-11 your score. Ortiz in the backfield, Christie the fullback, and Sidwar hands it off to Ortiz. That's, of course, Desmond Ortiz, is it not? A lot of folks call him Dez, but a mother always knows, and Dez's wonderful mother is sitting in front of us, and she said, "Bob, I love you, but it's Desmond," and a mother always knows, so it's Desmond. We might go back and forth throughout the year if we're serious with ourselves, but Desmond is a wonderful name, and Desmond is in the backfield. Takes the give. Here's the counter. Tracked down. That's a big boy coming in there. Jackson Ford. That's why Michigan, Penn State, and others are all over this young man.
He's flying off that defensive line. He comes from the opposite end of the line. He flies all the way around. That's why Ortiz sort of slows up a little bit. He thinks he has more time, but then just engulfed by Ford. And it's a 3rd and manageable for the Explorers.
And by the way, right next to Ford, we talked about it at the jump, is Cam Brickle. 6'3", 285, 35 offers, including Penn State, Oregon, Oklahoma. See if he can get to the quarterback here on 3rd and 3. LaSalle wants to keep the offensive juju going. Sidwar stands in, delivers over the middle. It's enough for a first down, and it's J.P. Oates. This is a quick look here. That's his first read over the middle is Oates to make the play. Get right beyond that line to gain, Oliver. Possess the football.
He has impressed in his first couple games of that role. Getting open, being a reliable option, picking up a couple big plays today.
And they're going to do the flea flicker. Malvern has it defended very well. Sidwar across his body. Desmond Ortiz out to the 50. Took a big shot and is slow to get up.
Looks like this is going to go for more, but a great play by Sidwar. Escaping the pocket. It's a flea flicker, you're right. No one open downfield. So Sidwar has to get creative. Finds Ortiz. We mentioned how good he has been in his receiving part of his job. But this
it's a targeting penalty called against Malvern Prep. Interesting there, he shows the discipline of this Dave Guerrera defense because you have the ball handed to Ortiz. It's the 3rd or 4th time they've run it in this possession alone. And you have 2 safeties at the top. Oliver, they don't move. And you can do that when you have a front 7 and at times a front 8 from Malvern Prep that has what they have. You got to stay back. That time 2 safeties, so they're playing with a front 7. Those guys stayed put. That's why LaSalle had nothing deep on that flea flicker. Simmons hit and dropped after a gain of 1 yard. And we got a whistle and a stoppage. By the way, terrific rendition from the band that just stopped, by the way, as we wait to get perhaps something from the official of Kansas and Carry On Wayward Son. They bring the oldies back. I know Keith to my right appreciates that. And Oliver, Kansas, yay or nay?
I'll say yay. I know a couple songs.
All right, atta guy.
You asked me about a phone booth last week.
I asked if you knew what a phone booth was. And you said yes.
I did say yes.
Which is great. And then Tyler adroitly said, well, you may know what it is, Bob, but have you ever used one? To which, of course, I said yes. No, I did not. No chance.
So looks like we have a drone overhead that's causing a little distraction.
That is not the first time that this has happened in this particular game. So that's the reason for the stoppage. And that's the dulcet tones, by the way, of Keith Binsfeld, who's working the camera for us here today. His first time on the telecast. You can catch him on Instagram at
Caught by Keith.
Caught by Keith with a K. Simmons gets hit hard in the backfield. Taken down on the play. It'll be Cam Brickle to take him down. Jackson Ford got the first hand on him. It's a big loss of about 6 yards. And here come the Malvern Friars. A minute left here in this 3rd quarter. This feels like an enormous play, Oliver. Could they convert an explosive play, 15-plus yards to get a first down? Do they cut the deficit in about half here, the yardage in half, and think about it on 4th down? Or does Malvern get the football back with a little bit of momentum here in Ocean City? Timeout called by Brett Gordon. That was slow developing after the big loss. LaSalle was set up in a 5 wideout set that they did not get off in time. This portion of today's game is brought to you by a wonderful partner in ours that we've been working with for a long time, And, of course, that's E&M Insurance. Independent local insurance agency servicing the area's business and personal insurance needs. Owned and operated by Chris Marr, class of '89, and the father of Brendan and Ryan, who both went to school. Servicing the Delaware Valley insurance needs since 1988. Built on the principles of providing superior customer service and quality insurance solutions for their customers. They're an independent agent, meaning E&M works with a select group of highly rated insurance companies that have proven their worth over the years. They can provide solutions for your business or personal insurance on all levels. Visit them at eandminsurance.com or follow them on Facebook. 3rd down and 16, Sidwar. That's caught on the sideline, toe tap for Julian McFadden.
Now comes decision time for George Brett. He's been aggressive his past couple possessions. It's a 4th and about 4. You know you have the talent to get it, but we'll see how they try to do that here.
31 seconds left, and it's an official's timeout here. Might it be that drone again? I don't know.
It looked like...
No, very momentary stoppage.
Looked like Jake Bauer took a knee for a second.
Okay. 4th down, 4 yards to go. Need to get to about the 35 for a first down. A big play late in this 3rd quarter. Incomplete. Wonderful coverage. Max Mooring in there on the breakup. Files in the area as well. One more look. That's a linebacker Mooring, number 1, taking it away from Chris Filippo, who will mostly play linebacker this year, will occasionally come on the field for big plays to create mismatches. Mooring, a new starter, described as long and athletic. A young man whose father played in the NFL for the Chargers in the 1990s and has an offer from Harvard. First down and 10. Malconian back into the contest. He's put all 11 points on the board in his drives, and they keep it going. Ben Kumpan comes across the middle to make the play. 1st and 10 on a gain of 14.
Boy, is he athletic. How many high school guys can make this throw? He's rolling to his right. Kumpan creating space, essentially tracking him, leading him towards the sideline. A big pickup. They don't have to snap it.
And LaSalle's linebackers were sitting in the zone there.
Get it off.
They did not get it off. They wanted to. Malconian really wanted to get that snap off. But we head to the 4th quarter. A note on those LaSalle linebackers, by the way, you saw on that replay, when them looking back into the backfield, that means they're in a zone defense. Malconian did a great job as they sat in that coverage with patience. He had the time to deliver the football and put it on the money. Stay with us, folks. 4th quarter coming up next.
Value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. With clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important. Solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right.
First play of the 4th quarter. Malvern Prep out for their 3rd offensive drive of the half. And like a bullet into the backfield, making the play is Jack Luthi. A sledgehammer of a sack.
He has been fantastic. The pick 6 to start off the half comes through, gets on a guy who we have seen make countless amazing throws across his body rolling. He knows he has to be urgent, gets a sack, and now a big 2nd down play to set up the rest of this drive.
Loss of 5, 2nd and 15. Holmes again at the X-receiver position. They'll go towards the slot receiver. Play is made. Pellicciata, first down, and just by the shoestrings. Keeps him out of the end zone.
I mean, he's dead to rights behind the start of this 10-yard marker. But he is so nimble. He is so agile. Splits through the defense, ends up getting around 20 yards. What a treasure it is to watch.
We tried to tell you, and I think a lot of folks listened, certainly those that knew this Malvern Prep team, and certainly know LaSalle as well, but LaSalle got the first gut punch when it was 21-3. We knew how good this Malvern Prep team was, and here they come down the field trying to cut this to a one-possession game. Melkonian fires it into the flat through the hands of Justin Hawkins. He was the only one looking.
No one ready for this ball to fly over the top. Pellicciata still working on his route. He looks up as this ball's over his head. Justin Hawkins, a last-ditch effort right through the hands.
And really, for one of the first times all day, Melkonian makes the wrong decision there. Throws into double coverage, tries to force it into Andrew Pellicciata. LaSalle again with the shift. Melkonian. That was a back shoulder ball, and the receiver wasn't quite ready for it. Intended for P.J. Holmes. 3rd down and 10.
Melkonian rushing himself on 1st down and 2nd down. Both receivers aren't ready. This ball is also behind his intended target.
I tell you, this is a beautiful time of night here in Ocean City, New Jersey. Just the faintest glint of light in the sky as day turns into night. And we turn into another classic in the Malvern versus LaSalle rivalry. A big 3rd down and 10. LaSalle gets to Melkonian, delivers it over the middle, and a big hit. Hawkins, no flag on the play. The receiver very slow to get up. Again, intended for Holmes, and you can be the judge at home. And I know, we've talked about this a lot. He goes right into the body, below the shoulder. Not much you can want a defender to do beyond what he just did. The only question is he a defenseless receiver there? And again, I think that's one where Hawkins did pull up just the least bit. I think you can understand that no call.
Right, he's already committed to that tackle. As this is a ball that realistically you should be catching, or at least making an attempt at. It's in the breadbasket.
He knew he was going to get popped, though.
4th and 10.
Melkonian steps up in the pocket. Melkonian looking for help. Jackson Melkonian.
Oh, no.
It's incomplete, and it's a turnover on downs. One more look at the circus act here from Melkonian. That's the tail end of it.
It's not a good throw, but it's a fantastic play. This play has no business having a chance of this being a 1st down. Rolling out of the pocket. Just let him a little bit. That's 3 times on the same set of 4. And that's massive for the momentum shift.
It is, and how about that coverage by LaSalle? Certainly those offensive linemen, they're going to get credit for the pressure, but a coverage sack there by LaSalle, and Melkonian did such a great job getting out of there to even find a half-open receiver, but so tough to make that throw on the run. Now LaSalle with the ball in their hands offensively for just the 2nd time in this 2nd half. That's Cam Brickle on the stop. 2nd down and 10.
If I'm George Brett right now, you have to go back to the air. You've had one offensive possession. I feel like
you know what? If I'm George Brett, I'm going after the umpire. There's no way I had that much pine tar on my bat. I think you're talking about head coach Brett Gordon.
Brett Gordon
for LaSalle.
I had it flit.
One of the all-time great, though, references of George Brett for the Kansas City Royals.
We've been talking about baseball so much today.
That's
I got
right.
That already in the mind.
That's right. Billy Martin goes out there, gets the umpire to tests the bat and how much pine tar was on it, above what point, calls him out on a home run, and George Brett goes absolutely ballistic. One of the all-time great baseball moments in the history of the game. Brett Gordon, by the way, as we look into that huddle, second when he was in college on the Walter A. Payton Award list. Keith Binsfeld, I'm going to ask you this. Brett Gordon in, I forget what year, 2001, 2002, finished second to somebody, a very, very popular football icon, if you will. That's Walter Payton Award is the FCS Player of the Year. Do you know who finished ahead of Brett Gordon, who was, of course, a Villanova legend, set all the records at Villanova University as a starter?
Now, you know I don't know the answer to this question. Are you putting me on the spot here?
I'm trying. Do you know, Oliver?
I don't.
Tony Romo. Tony Romo from Eastern Illinois, question mark there. Eastern something, a directional Midwest school. Won the Walter Payton Award, meaning the best quarterback or player in the FCS.
Now the question is he a better broadcaster or quarterback?
I think he was pretty good at both, and certainly polarizing, certainly in these parts on his quarterback play, polarizing across the country on how he calls a football game. Second down and 11. Sidwar stands in. Right into the breadbasket of J.P. Oates, who has settled in extremely well to that tight end role this year. Sits down in coverage. He's improved his blocking. Brett Gordon very excited about what Oates can do this year in a position change. Oliver, I know we talked about this last week, but if you go down the roster, so many position changes this year from last year, and certainly the new coaching staff is a part of that. You're talking about Grayson McHugh going from defensive end to the left tackle, where he's done a terrific job early on this year. Filippo came up into the box from safety to linebacker. Here's a 3rd and 4. And it's dumped off for Desmond Ortiz. He's got the first down. Gain of 7 where he needed 5. And as this clock will now tick under 9 minutes to go, that's a big, big movement of the chains.
You have some time to let the clock run. You have a new set of downs. And again, we mentioned the position changes. J.P. Oates, he's been open over the middle because I believe of his ability blocking. He's done a great job in his first couple games. And when he's able to break off and find the middle of the field, he has room to work with.
First down and 10. Clock under 8:40 to go here in this fourth quarter. Joey O'Brien had the big first touchdown, a long 58-yard touchdown reception. This one dropped off to Ortiz, and Ortiz runs through 2 defenders and falls forward. A gain of 5 yards on first down.
The secondary for the Friars has been very good. Sidwar's had to resort to checking down a number of times, but Ortiz, again, just another athletic, nimble guy, falling forward, picking up half the yards to gain.
By the way, we should have done this early. Check in. Let us know on Twitter where you're watching the game from, or give us a shout, and we will give you a shout on the air. Bob Long Sports on Twitter, on Instagram, and YouTube. Sidwar to the outside, and Jimmy Dolan couldn't bring it in. Got a check-in from our buddy Billy Murphy, former Alumni Association president. Thank you to him for checking in. Our buddy Drew Ansel, brother of LaSalle head coach for basketball Ryan Ansel, says that he is checking in from Positano, Italy. Now that is dedication. And he did confirm for us, by the way, that Eastern Illinois was correct on Tony Romo. He appreciated the directional Midwest school reference. Third down, 5 yards to go. Sidwar feels the pressure, delivers over the middle to Oates, and Oates got to the first down and got out of bounds. Continual big plays on third down, Oliver. We haven't seen much of this offense in the second half due to Malvern Prep and their very methodical pace, but they've had some big plays when they've needed it.
Yeah, and I think that's part of the game plan. Keep the ball out of Gavin Sidwar's hands. He has been very good these first couple games. His receivers are getting open. So we have a Fryer down on the field, so we'll take a little bit of a break.
We'll take a break to tell you about our partners at CJO Design and Construction, a landscape contracting firm here in the greater Philadelphia area. These are folks that can help Malvern Prep fans or LaSalle fans, and honestly, that goes for just about any of our partners here tonight. If you're looking to redo the shrubbery or gardens, maybe you're thinking about remulching, or you need some yard work done as we head into the fall, or if you're looking to build out a porch or and even a small addition on your house, Chad Ormond and his group at CJO Design and Construction can help you. We appreciate their sponsorship of us over the years. And they are happy to see Jackson Ford, who was down on the play, come off the field on his own power.
Boy, would that be a big loss. He has been a big part of this defensive line, making a couple plays. And you need to hold LaSalle for the rest of this game.
These are two of the best teams in the state of Pennsylvania. I think that is a fair assertion, and one of the best games played in this region all weekend long on what's a great weekend for high school football. Labor Day weekend historically had been the first weekend of the season. This is a good way to get things going as summer turns to fall. Desmond Ortiz running downhill, lost the football, and Malvern Prep has it. And this is going to be a big return. One man to beat, it's J.P. Oates. Taken down inside the 15-yard line. Malvern Prep is right back in it.
This is a run play that LaSalle has tried to execute a couple times in the past couple games. It's a delayed run to the outside. Ortiz gets there. It's successful. He gets to the outside. He picks up the first down, but as he's going down, has the ball ripped out, going the other way, and then J.P. Oates looking like DK Metcalf up the line.
You're right. I mean, he is the only reason that Malvern Prep doesn't have 17 points on the board right now, and we have ourselves a ball game, folks. What's been a clean game for a lot of the time is now being defined here midway through the fourth quarter by the two turnovers in the contest, both in the second half. A Jack Luthi interception return for a touchdown, and now after the fumble return, Chris Smith continues to be pushed and gets right near the line to gain for the first down. He's inside the 3-yard line. And it looks like second down and 1 after the spot. By the way, after that interception from Skylar Smith, we have not seen him. Melkonian is the guy, at least for the time being, at quarterback for Malvern Prep. He was the backup last year that took over for Smith after Smith got dinged up 3/4 of the way through the season. But right now they're going to ride the horse. Bates is into the end zone for the touchdown. That's Chris Smith, number 3. Chris Smith, the big boy, gets the off-tackle handoff. He goes left and bangs it home. It's a 4-point game. It was 21-3. This is Trout on to attempt a very important extra point.
Oh.
Whoa, my goodness. Hang on here. Let's go back to that. They are saying no good. One official put his hand up to say it's good. The other said no good. One more look. You can decide here at home.
It actually looked like we had a very vocal discussion between the referees.
Yes, it sure does. And what I believe happened there, and here we go. Let's go look at Dave Guerrero. Let's get in tight here. This is the head coach for Malvern Prep. He is incensed, and you can't blame him. This is a replacement referee circa 2012, Packers-Seahawks. One official calls it an interception, the other calls it a touchdown, and they had to adjudicate that live and in person. That was the replacement refs while the NFL refs were on strike. We're going to bring you back 12 years on that one.
I mean, that is massive. This is a 4-point game. You need a touchdown now if you're Malvern. And it's the referee, it's the official on the side that the ball goes to that calls it no good. It looked like in the replay you could see the ball cross in front of the upright. And I guess a convincing argument from the near side referee that went just left of the upright.
Put it this way. The official that called it no good was the one closest to the upright.
That's right.
That the ball whizzed by, one direction or the other. So I understand Malvern being upset to see two calls, and certainly the call go against them. That one's bounded into the end zone. What I think could have happened there, and I do not want to speak for that official, is he knew what he wanted to do in his head, and what his body did was not what his head told him he was doing. As he put his hands to the sky, he thought he was saying no good.
You have an incensed head coach on the Malvern side, but if you see something like that, no matter which way that call goes, I think you're going to have
someone's going to be upset.
Someone's going to be angry.
6:42, and we have an eternity to go in this one. This is what the rivalry is supposed to be. Capacity crowd. Sidwar airs it out for Julian McFadden, and he brought it in with one hand. That's a catch.
He wants a flag. It looks like he got pulled. That's what he's motioning towards the ref about, but what a catch. Over his shoulder. He is pulled a little bit, but he stays with it up on his left shoulder. Wow.
An incredible one-handed, left-handed catch, pinning it against his helmet. They run the quick screen, give it right back to Julian McFadden, the track star, getting downhill before they could even get the chain gang reset. And now LaSalle has 7 on their minds here. 3 would make this just a 7-point game. 6:10 to go. And on just a couple of plays, they've moved it down to the 22. And maybe you like this 2nd and 1 here, as it gives you a ton of creativity. You can take a shot if you get the right look, knowing you have a 3rd and 1 coming up. Instead, they'll hand it to Desmond Ortiz, met in the hole, but got past the line to gain. Needed 1 and got 2. And take a look at this blocking up the middle. He's going to go through that A-gap. LaSalle's running power. And a great job coming across the line by number 65 there for LaSalle.
I was expecting them to air out a ball to the corner of the end zone. You saw them do it backed up in their own territory a little bit more in the first half for the first score of the game. But I guess when you're looking at a clock management perspective as well, you're going to take your yards, you're going to take your fresh set.
Zach Mangan, by the way, the left guard, they're running that twist there where they get the guard power, getting across and overloading that right-hand side. First down and 10. Ortiz is going to be met in the backfield and went down on the play. Bernard Blakey, number 88, he stands out, 6'5", 220, unabated to Desmond Ortiz in the backfield. Crunch time, Oliver.
That's right. 5 minutes to play.
Sitting in a position now where a field goal attempted from this yard line would be 42 yards.
I believe Aiden Hatfield's got the leg for that. He's really impressed on some of these PATs. Hasn't had the opportunity for a field goal, especially at this caliber yet.
They're playing off Julian McFadden on the outside, one-on-one coverage there. Sidwar steps up, Sidwar gets rid of it. What a play.
We have a
J.P. Oates flag down on the play.
This flag towards the offensive side. We'll see what they call by the far line judge.
Another look there, and that's J.P. Oates breaking off a route and coming back to his quarterback. This is going to come back. Brett Gordon and Gavin Sidwar anxiously awaiting, and it's an illegal formation. And Brett Gordon is incensed now. It's his turn to be upset. And this is a heated discussion. LaSalle backing themselves further from field goal range. 4 minutes and 28 seconds to play. Bob Long, Keith Binsfeld, and Oliver Gomez bringing you the remainder of this one. 21-17. It was 21-3 LaSalle. Can the offense finish off one more drive? It's 2nd and 20. Sidwar stands in, drops it off for Ortiz. Ortiz trying to get downhill. Takes a big hit. Gain of about 6. And Cam Brickle is down on the play. We saw a lot of cramping last week. That was 85 degrees. This is a little bit different than that.
Right, 85 plus the turf. But just waiting for someone to come out and check is Brickle.
And with that, we'll take a quick break. Come right back here on Bob Long Sports.
It's been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
Be a part of the biggest live events. The must-see matches.
He's gone!
The game day celebrations. Experience live sports and entertainment the way they're meant to be seen. With Joe Hand Promotions, the global leader of live entertainment for bars, restaurants, and cinemas. Create unforgettable moments that fans won't want to miss. Keep the food and drinks flowing with watch parties that will bring customers in the door and expand dwell time. And watch as these visitors turn into loyal customers with exclusive content relationships with the nation's largest sports and entertainment providers. In over 10,000 bars, restaurants, and cinemas across America, and customizable packages for every type of venue.
Four minutes left. Clock ticks. 3rd and 14. Need to get to the 10 for a first down. Sidwar takes the shotgun snap. Sidwar throws the out, and it's incomplete. Intended for Julian McFadden. Decision time for LaSalle. Would be about a 42-yard field goal. And what do you do? Sidwar stands next to Gordon, as you can see. The offense is staying on the field with 3 minutes and 42 seconds to play. We have seen big, game-changing type plays on 4th down all day long. However this goes, this will be right in line with those. 3 receivers, a single high safety deep for Malvern Prep. 4th down, Ortiz has to get to the 10, falls forward, and it is close.
No.
They have it marked a half yard short at first glance. We await the call.
Going the other way.
And it's Malvern Prep football. The Friars are off the field. They're going to get the ball with plenty of time. 3.5 minutes to go, 89 yards, and stick a knife through the heart. LaSalle's defense, they've come up with big stops all day as well. That unit led by Dave Sowers, looking to get one more stop themselves. And we have determined without any shadow of a doubt this is Jackson Melkonian's game. Smith remains on the sideline, and Melkonian, who has been out for every drive with the exception of the first drive of the second half, stays out there. Zeke Bates taken down, but got about 3 or 4 after being hit in the backfield. Keeps the legs churning. The chants rain out. Defense is the call. Three minutes to go. Melkonian, a quick out. And that is caught. Enough for a first down, and Malvern Prep moves the chains. P.J. Holmes in there on the catch. One more look. Just sitting down in coverage. LaSalle's going to play off him. Take the 5 yards. There is plenty of time and timeouts to work with for Malvern Prep. Luthi shows blitz, now backs off. Melkonian to his right and fires across his body. First down across the 40-yard line. It's been a quiet day for Cade Cooper, the super sophomore. But the young man with offers to Boston College and Virginia Tech makes one of the biggest catches of the day. He's an oasis in a desert, that Cooper, 6'3", 190. And they found him there. 2:08 to play. LaSalle looking to hang on here against Malvern Prep. Melkonian steps up. He can run it as well. Gets to the sideline and scampers out of bounds after a gain of 2. That also stops the clock, Oliver, with 1:56 to play.
He's looking to the left, looking for his guy, Andrew Pelliciotti. Decides to take off, get out of bounds, get a couple yards. 1:56 and ticking here.
In this contest last year, LaSalle trailed by 6. They got the ball to the other side of midfield, but ran out of time. A last-second heave was intercepted by Owen Mears. That's how Malvern won the contest. A botched snap. Melkonian steps up. Melkonian gets rid of it. And it is caught. That's an unbelievable play by the quarterback from Malvern Prep. P.J. Holmes, yet another catch.
And again, stopping the clock.
Remember, Skylar Smith got intercepted on a play just like that earlier in this half. A touchdown return on that interception by Jack Luthi. But Melkonian able to advance the football. 3rd down and 4 with, of course, 2 downs to get to the 49-yard line of LaSalle. LaSalle again shifts. Melkonian throws it into the ground. Incomplete. Intended for P.J. Holmes, and that was just miscommunication. We'll get another look here, Oliver.
We've seen that a couple times today. A little over-anxious is the Friar quarterback.
And they rise here on the LaSalle side. 4th down and 3. The line to gain is the LaSalle 49-yard line. Another classic here at Carey Stadium in Ocean City. A Labor Day classic. Melkonian. It is caught over the middle and still moving down to the 30-yard line. Do or die time for Malvern Prep. Zeke Bates, the running back, makes the play.
LaSalle playing back on the receivers. It's a curl route. Get where you need to get, turn around, receive the football, get a couple extra yards.
Jackson Melkonian, already a cult hero across baseball circles in southeastern Pennsylvania and beyond. Could become a cult hero in this rivalry and a cult hero in Malvern Prep football history, and certainly would put a stake in the ground in his claim as the starter this year, but he false started.
Wow.
And again, even a quarterback can false start. He's going to start moving backwards, and that absolutely qualifies as a false start. Holmes will come across the formation. Pellicciata and Cade Cooper go to the other side. This clock is running, by the way. Melkonian is pressured. Melkonian over the middle. Intercepted. Eddie Sutter. Eddie Sutter, who moved from wide receiver to safety this year, puts his stamp on the position.
It's going to be the story of the season. The guys who moved positions, how can they remain successful? How can they be an impact? JP Oates has done it. Eddie Sutter, I don't think you can make much more of an impact than right there. As Eddie Chance come down.
This is one of those games that you're going to be talking about for a long time.
Now you've got 48 seconds. Malvern 3 timeouts.
And that was important as well, as they were standing over that 4th down play that they ended up converting. They did not call the timeout there.
That's big now.
Also didn't elect to call the timeout to prevent the clock from continuing to run after the false start. But they do keep all 3 timeouts, and this game is not over yet. Ortiz and Sidwar in the backfield. Remember, Ortiz did fumble early in the contest. Brett Gordon trusts Ortiz to have the football in his hands, normally very sure-handed, and gets the football. Hit and dropped. Timeout on the field called by Malvern Prep, 43 seconds left. And that's Chris Carabello, public address announcer here at Carey Stadium, that you likely heard say the first charged timeout for Malvern Prep. One more break, and we'll be right back on Bob Long Sports.
More and more luxury vehicle buyers are choosing Faulkner Infiniti of Willow Grove for the easy, no-pressure atmosphere. Whether you buy online, in person, or a little of both, Faulkner Infiniti makes it easy and affordable to drive world-class luxury. Choose from the new QX60, full-size QX80, or the innovative QX50. Faulkner always has a great selection in stock, ready for delivery.
2nd down, 11 yards to go. LaSalle looking to run the football and get 1 first down to end it. Ortiz hit by Pellicciata. They're trying to hold him up so that he fumbles the football. Des Ortiz does a great job to hang on to it.
Timeout Malvern Prep. That is their 2nd charge timeout of the 2nd half.
So the 2nd charge timeout comes with 34 seconds left in the contest.
Joshua Simmons checks into the game. Oh, as Ortiz hobbles off, this isn't good. On one leg, going to see David Crow, the athletic trainer.
3rd down and 3. A first down would win it for LaSalle. Sidwell, they're going to go to the air, and they're going to get the first down. Hello, another big-time call by the offensive staff. A dropped football there stops the clock, keeps Malvern Prep's time out, and gives Malvern Prep a better chance after getting the football back, but going to the air and getting the first down is the difference in the football game.
It's Joshua Simmons checking in for Desmond Ortiz as Brett Gordon hypes up his sideline.
LaSalle is going to move to 2-0 on the year, avenging a loss last year and the year prior against Malvern Prep. Safe to say, it's a new dawn here at LaSalle High School, and the Explorers are 2-0 against 2 of the state's best.
What a contest. 21-3. Coming into the second half, or just after beginning of the second half, Friars get it to a 4-point game. A big interception by Eddie Sutter, and LaSalle is 2-0.
Stay with us here, folks. Stay with us here, folks, as I will have interviews on the field post-game. Keith and Oliver, take it away.
What a contest between these two sides. LaSalle using their athletes. Gavin Sidwar, guys who can be nimble, guys who can get open, guys who can make moves in open space. They outplay the Friars in what turned out to be one of the more memorable games in just the 4th Ocean City LaSalle versus Malvern game. And LaSalle is back on top.
And the tradition continues. The band will play. So right now we have Bob Long looking out, scurrying for the coaches for a post-game interview.
Before and after every contest, LaSalle's alma mater will play, led by their pep band. A little more jubilance in this one as they head over to the LaSalle student section.
There we go. I'm surprised the wind didn't play more of a role in this game.
Yeah, coming off of the sea directly to our right, just a block away. A lot of balls in the air from LaSalle, and a couple balls behind. I saw a good catch from Jules McFadden on his shoulder. Maybe that was part. But yeah, I expected a lot more misthrown, maybe some airmails.
Heck, it was messing our cameras up.
Yeah. I mean, you could hear it all night in the microphones.
Looks like Coach Sowers is Or is that Brett? I can't tell. Can you see from there?
That is Coach Brett Gordon.
Yep. All right.
Addressing his team. A 2-0 start. A blowout against Harrisburg week 1. A thriller against Malvern week 2. Looks like we have ourselves a fun season ahead of us of high school football.
Who does LaSalle have next on the schedule?
LaSalle up next, let me be sure. Up next is Calvert Hall. They're going to head down to Baltimore at noon on the 7th of September. We will not be covering that game on Bob Long Sports. We'll be back the week after.
You know, I miss Bob in his red shirt from last week. He was easy to pick out on the field.
Yeah. He should grab Brett Gordon first. We'll see if he emerges.
Brett Gordon is with us here, winning head coach, the 2-0 LaSalle Explorers. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it?
It does, Bob. We felt pretty good coming into this game. Malvern's an incredibly physical, well-coached team. We knew that. Credit to them, they made a great push in the second half, but I was happy with how our kids were resilient, which we talk about a lot as a program. You know, had every reason to kind of the momentum was shifting, and we controlled the ball on offense when we needed to, and then had a big turnover on defense to end the game.
Tell me about that big call on third down. You could have run the ball, make Malvern clock it, and go down the field with no timeouts, but you decided to go to the air. Why?
Well, at the end of the day, I always look at the percentages and say, let's put the ball in the hands of our best player. Our pass protection was really solid all night. Gavin made great decisions all night. I don't even know how many incompletions he had. There weren't many. So I said to him, dude, it's third down. The game's on the line. I'm putting the ball in our best player's hands, and he made a really smart check down throw, and that was it.
We talked in the offseason about guys that have changed positions and have bought in. Eddie Sutter's at the top of that list. For him to make that game-winning interception, how does that feel to you?
Really happy for Eddie. He's playing a position, to your point, that he hasn't really played before, so each week he's learning more and more. Last week he was just a half a step slow on the one touchdown they scored, and now to see him be in the right position, he's very coachable. He's a great kid. He's one of our captains, and I couldn't be happier that he was the one to seal the game.
And Jack Luthie's effort today, not just on the interception, but in the backfield seemingly all day long.
Yeah, Jack's a handful for offenses, especially when we get him heated up and sending him off the edge. So overall, we gotta get some more stops on defense, and I think they would admit that to us. But at the end of the day, we made the plays we needed to and led us to a victory.
Brett Gordon, I appreciate you doing this. You got a good thing going. Keep it up.
Awesome. Thank you, Bob. Thanks for the support.
Absolutely. And let's see if we can grab Eddie Sutter here. They're going to get a picture here, I think, for the Instagram. That's him and Joey O'Brien. Look at that. I don't know if Keith got that one. And you know what? Let me see if I can grab both of those guys. Eddie Sutter. And can we get Joey as well? Joey. Can we grab you? All right, two of the stars of the game, one on offense, one on defense. Guys, I'll have you turn this way because we are looking up there. There he is. That's our man Keith Binsfeld up in the booth. Joey, let's start with you because you got it started with a nearly 60-yard touchdown reception getting behind the defense. Tell me about your progression as a receiver and how it feels to suit up for the blue and gold.
Well, it feels great because we haven't been the best these past couple of years, but Coach Gordon came in and he told us we were going to score on that first play, and he said, Joey, go make a play on it. I was like, you can ask the people in the locker room. I told him I was going to get that play. Called it. So.
And you sure did. And then how about the guy that ended it here, huh? Eddie Sutter, who was a wide receiver last year. You're playing a brand new position this year, and boy, have you made your mark.
Yes, sir. I mean, I just want to say, I got lucky down there. My guys backed me up. I got a great secondary with Joey O'Brien, Lucas Johnson, Jules McFadden, and Justin Hawkins. I mean, I can't do it without them. I'm not going to say we had the best game, and I'm not going to say that that's what you should look forward to see for LaSalle. We got a lot more coming, so yeah.
Joey O'Brien, back to you here. So Gavin Sidwar throwing you the football. That's a heck of a guy throwing you the football. You're a high-level guy catching the football. You have other support. Certainly with Julian and JP, they had great games today. Nick and Dolan can do an unbelievable job as well. I want your breakdown. I want your thoughts on this offense this year and what you guys can be.
I think it's going to be a long year. That's what I truly think. I think we're going to be hard to cover, hard to stop during the run. Our lines continue getting better every single time, and then I think our defense is the heart of the team. Like, well, you could tell we held a very good Malvern team, though. What was it, 16, 17 points? So we had a couple good stands, and I just think.
A lot more to come. Yeah. That's what he's trying to say. We got a lot more to come. We're happy, but I'm not going to say we're proud of that performance. A lot more to come.
One more for you before we talk about moving forward, and there is a lot more to come, and I know people are excited about that. But this game, this venue, that team, this rivalry, what does it mean to LaSalle, the rivalry in and of itself, and how good does it feel to come back out on top?
I mean, you can see the heart of our student section. It's unmatched here. It's like similar to Silent Night for basketball. I mean, it's stuff like this that you can't beat, especially me as a senior. This is my last time getting this experience, and I can just say that I'm going to miss this, and I'm very happy that I could be an impact to this game and that my team did really good today.
I've seen it for many years, seniors and their last jaunt through, their last opportunity. A lot of you guys will go and play, some of you won't, but enjoy your time in this uniform because it is very fleeting. And
it's my main goal.
I wish you guys the best. I'm going to let you go enjoy this with your families, but I really appreciate you spending some time with us here today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. See you next week.
Joey O'Brien, Eddie Sutter, thanks, guys. Keith and Oliver, back to you.
What a game from Ocean City, New Jersey. As we bring you back into the booth, what an effort from both of these sides. One of the best games you're going to watch this season. As we close us out, Keith Binsfeld, Bob Long, I'm Oliver Gomez. Thank you all for watching. LaSalle wins at 21-17 in Ocean City. Thank you, everybody.